Alright guys, welcome to day 2 of this trading bootcamp where I'll be teaching you guys literally everything I know about trading and help you guys master trading so you guys can make a living out of this career, right? So welcome to day 2. Now, for day 2 guys, it's kind of going to be more of a beginner type of thing. If you guys know kind of already your way around trading and getting everything set up, I'm sure you guys read the title. It's kind of helping you guys get everything in trading set up, like your account and all that stuff. So if you guys have that already set up and you guys are a bit more experienced with that, maybe this video is not for you. The futures will be, but not this one, right? But if you guys are completely new to trading and you guys don't even know how to start or where to get started or how to even set anything up, then this video is for you guys, right? So let's go ahead and get started right now. All right, so now that we're finally on the screen, I'm gonna go, before I start this part, I'm gonna go ahead and explain to you guys exactly how I make my money and where I get my money, right? So as you guys, if you guys watched day 1 of the trading bootcamp, you guys might have realized that when I first started at 15 years old, I had no money, right? So thankfully for you guys, prop firms became a really big thing lately, and they've been one of the biggest things in the trading space. Now, before we start this part, because you guys might be wondering, what is this on the website? Why is it not a chart, etc., right? So pretty much what I do personally, and what many of my people do here in my server and all that stuff, is we go ahead and use prop firms, right? So what exactly is a prop firm? Well, it's actually really simple, right? You're pretty much not trading with your money. Believe it or not, you're not trading with your money with a prop firm. So what you're pretty much doing is you're paying a prop firm and they're gonna go ahead and give you money so you could trade with. Now, there's no catch to it, literally zero catch. You actually keep all of the money that you make out of trading with these accounts, but there is zero risk to your money, right? And I don't want to sound like I'm promoting anything. This is literally what I do on a day-to-day basis. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen my live trading. When I live trade, I trade with these prop firms, right? Speaking of Apex Trader Funding, this is the one that I mainly use. This is actually the only one that I use, matter of fact, right? So you guys might be asking, well, if I'm paying someone for some money, how much are they giving me and what is the catch or the risk behind it? Well, like I said, there is no risk, right? So for example, right here, obviously you guys can see on your screen that there's currently an 80% off discount for these accounts, right? Which might sound a little bit too good to be true, but it's really not, and I'll explain why, right? So with this 80% off discount, you're pretty much looking to pay about, I would say, $30 to $40 per account, which might, like I said a million times, all of this might sound too good to be true until you try it. Trust me, guys, trust me, right? So if you scroll all the way down here with the 80% off, you guys will see that, yeah, these accounts, they typically cost about $160, per month, maybe 200, 300, but don't let that number scare you, right? Because realistically, you will never be paying this price, because Apex, at least this platform that I use, they're always doing discounts very often, practically every single day. So it's typically around 70 to 90% off usually. Right now it's currently 80% off, right? Which will put these accounts at around $30, right? At least the ones that I'm going to suggest to you guys, right? So for $30, you guys might be wondering, for $30, will I get a $50,000 account? Well, technically, yes, right? But here's the catch, right? There's a bit of a catch here, but nothing that'll cost you money, right? So in your head, if you're completely new to this, right, you might be wondering, okay, why would it sounds like a whole pyramid scheme, right? Why would I pay $30 to get for a company to give me $50,000, right? Although they're really not, right? And here's exactly why, right? It's in the name. It's a prop firm, right? So what they're giving you is prop money, right? And before you say, oh, this is not for me, no, it is. Trust me, right? With this prop money, right, it's a win-win for both scenarios, because first of all, you're not risking money, and the prop firm that's giving you the money, they're not risking any money either, right? Because they're pretty sure that you're probably going to lose it, right? Especially if you're a beginner, right? Remember the last video how I told you guys losing is a part of the game? Well, it is, right? And prop firms know about this, right? So instead of a prop firm literally giving you guys a real $50,000 account, that's not going to happen, right? Especially for $30. You know what I mean? You can't just buy money, right? I wish you could. I really wish, especially for $30, right? But no, they're going to go ahead and give you a prop account and see how you go ahead and go up on with this account. Now, when it comes to prop firms, which is what I do, right? And hundreds of you guys, I'm sure, do prop firms, right? Pretty much what the catch is there's two phases. Well, there's technically one phase, but there's two, right? To a prop firm. When you first buy the account, you're gonna be inside of the evaluation phase, right? This is gonna be more of a test, right? The prop firm wants to go ahead and test you guys to see if you guys actually know how to make money and hit a profit target, which if you guys look at the screen right here, you guys will go ahead and realize, right? So looking at, like, let's say for example, a $50,000 account, right? You guys will see right here that there's a profit goal, right? So when you first buy that account, before you guys go on to a like paying out phase where the prop firm will literally give you the money for you guys making money on their prop firm, there's going to be a test phase, right? So in this test phase, they're going to give you a fresh $50,000 account, right? And the test here is going to be, okay, we're going to give you a 50K, a fresh $50,000 account if you could take that account to $3,000, right? Or like $53,000, right? We're going to go ahead and pass your account and move you onto a PA phase, right? So there's an evaluation phase, which is the test phase, and there's a PA phase, which is the real phase where you guys will literally make money by making money by trading, right? Now, like I said, it might sound like a catch, and you guys might be wondering, okay, well, we're really only paying $30. So how is this prop firm making so much money to be able to pay out millions upon millions of dollars to millions of traders, right? Because remember, guys, this prop firm right here is a very, very, very popular prop firm. I'm sure millions of people like you and me use it, right? And we get payouts. I mean, shit, you guys saw the results yesterday with the current payouts. We made about, I think, $50,000 in 2 months with this prop firm, right? So how, before you guys get into it, I'm sure you guys would want to know, how exactly does this prop firm make money, right? Well, it might sound a little bit evil, but hey, at the end of the day, it's business, right? So most people, when they first start off, people don't really pass their accounts, right? Sometimes they don't know what they're doing, which is what this video is for, right? So I can help you guys avoid that. Sometimes people, since the accounts are so cheap, right? People like to buy a ton of these accounts, gamble some of the accounts, hoping to pass these accounts and make some money, but 99% of the time they actually end up losing the account, right? So this is how the prop firms make money. They make the accounts extremely cheap. They have you guys buy it. And of course, with the accounts being so cheap, you guys don't really care because there's no risk, right? And this is a part I actually forgot to include, which you guys might be thinking right now, right? So if I'm paying $30 for a funded account, a $50,000 funded account, what happens if I lose the money? Well, it's actually really simple, right? Nothing will happen, matter of fact, right? So what's going to end up happening here is you guys would realize that in these accounts, right under the profit goal, there's going to be something that says trailing threshold. What this means is this is going to be the max amount of money that you guys can lose per account that you guys buy, right? And of course, if you guys lose money, don't worry, you can just buy another one and you don't have to owe any money back, right? Remember, it's a prop account, it's a fake account, right? So in this case right here, you guys see we have a trailing threshold of $2,500 on the 50K full, which is what I use, right? Meaning that if the $50,000 ever goes to $47,500, what the prop firm is going to do is they're not going to ask for the money back because, like I said a million times, it's a simulated account. It's a fake account, right? It's a prop account, right? So what's going to end up happening is they're going to go ahead and take away the account. You can no longer place trades on this certain account, right? And they're going to say, okay, well, if you want to try again, you can go ahead and reset the account for the same fee, right? So it's technically like you're just buying another account. It's not even technically. It's literally what you're doing, right? So which will happen, trust me, guys. Like I said, remember the first bootcamp video that I showed you guys, right? You guys are gonna lose. You know, I hate to be the one that says it, but I'm being realistic with you guys, right? It's how you guys learn, matter of fact, right? So when it comes to these prop firms, with this trading threshold, pretty much what ends up happening is if you lose this, what they do is they take away the account and they'll be like, okay, just, you know, if you want to keep trying this again and again and again, just keep paying us $30, you know, for a fresh account, and we're gonna go ahead and fund you with a new account, right? Just like that. And then of course the whole process resets. You have a fresh 50K account and so on, right? So here you guys actually have a whole list of accounts to go ahead and purchase, right? Of course, the more you buy, the more you can make, but the more it also costs, right? So of course, starting off with a fresh $25,000 account, which is what I personally suggest to you guys, especially the beginners, right? Because this is the easiest one. You have to make the least amount of money. You know, the trading threshold seems fair enough. It's a 1-to-1 risk reward. So this is the account right here, the 25K full. Make sure that it's a Tradovate account, right? There's two types of accounts. There's Rhythmic and there's Tradovate, right? I personally use Tradovate. I love Tradovate, and I'm gonna be showing you guys further down this video. I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly how to set it up and how to have the best template for the best fills and have the easiest of everything, right? Because that's my job with this bootcamp at the end of the day, right, guys? So when it comes to this 25K account, if you're completely new to trading, honestly, I suggest you guys buy this account. And of course, if you guys are a bit more experienced with trading, I would suggest a 50K account. Now, with the 75K, 100, 150, 250, and 300K, I personally don't really suggest them because, I don't know, it's too much work and you don't really get paid like the best amount because there's like a certain limit to how much you can get paid per payout. And these accounts just don't make sense. But when it comes to the 25K and the 50K accounts, these are like heaven sent. Right? These accounts, these two accounts right here are amazing. Right? You can make a ton of money from them. They're not that expensive. They're not super easy to kind of blow up and lose the account. You actually have to be, you have to actually have to be making a lot of mistakes to blow these accounts. So in my opinion, honestly, the risk reward here is amazing. Right? So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and show you guys exactly how to buy this account and set it up so you can have it ready for Tradovate and have it ready so you guys can go ahead and trade. Right? So let's go ahead and do that. Right? So like I said, I'm suggesting you guys a 25K Tradovate account. Right? So what you guys are going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave the first link in the description is going to be to this website. Right? The Apex Trader Funding. Make sure it says this up here, apextraderfunding.com. Avoid any scams or any bad links out there. You know what I mean? And the page should look like this, unless you're watching this video 5 years later and they maybe change the layout. But for now, if you're watching this video now, when I just posted it, it should look like this, right? So what you guys are gonna do is you're not gonna log in nor sign up first, right? You're gonna sign up when you're buying the account. It's gonna tell you like, oh, make an account and all that stuff, right? So what you guys are gonna do here is when you're on this page, you're gonna go ahead and scroll down a little bit, not all the way down, but you're gonna scroll down. Right now, you're gonna see a list of accounts here, right? Rhythmic plan, I personally don't suggest it. I don't really use Rhythmic and I don't know how to work around the broker. But the one that I do know how to use, which I've been using for about 2 years, is the Tradovate broker, right? The Tradovate plan. This plan is amazing. This is the one I suggest to you guys, right? So what we're going to be doing here is, like I said, the list of accounts are all going to be here, right? So the account that I suggest you guys to trade with is the 25K full account. This is if you're completely new to trading. Now, if you know your risk management, if you're good at sizing, if you're good at setting your stop loss and all that stuff, I would 100% suggest the 50K over the 25K just because you can make a lot more money, like a lot more money, right? But like I said, if you're completely new, don't worry, you can still make a good amount of money if you do it correctly, which of course is what I'm teaching you guys how to do. But just so you can like get started in level 1, I would of course suggest the 25K full account. So what you guys are going to go ahead and do is go ahead and click Tradovate down here under the 25K full. Go ahead and click this box right there. Right now, it's gonna go ahead and take you to a page with a bunch of text and all that stuff. Now, this part is pretty simple, right? So let me go ahead and guide you guys through it, right? The payment system, of course, how you're gonna pay for the account. You can use a credit card, debit card. By the way, guys, make sure that the card is in your name. Apex has this weird rule that if the card is not under your name, they will kind of take away the account for no reason. I don't know why they do that. I don't have any control over it, but I do believe it's kind of dumb. But hey, at the end of the day, we're kind of trading kind of risk free, so we gotta play under the rules. Why complain, right? We can still make money out of it, right? So make sure that the card that you're using is under your name, right? So what we're gonna go ahead and do here is under the payment system, we're gonna go ahead and click either or. It doesn't really matter. It's just so you can save multiple cards under your name or under your account. So when you're buying new ones, you don't have to click or type away your account a million times, right? So under the payment system, of course, you can click 1 or 2. It doesn't really matter. Just leave it default, I would say, right? Go ahead and scroll down. Right here, I have my name blocked out just so you guys, of course, don't look into it. And now right here, you guys are going to go ahead and see something that says coupon code, right? Now, when we go back to page 1, you guys are going to see right here that these accounts cost about $147, $167, $187, and so on. They're pretty expensive, right? Especially for something that's not your money. Right, so what we're going to go ahead and do here is we're going to go ahead and type code Blastoise, which looks like this, BLASTOISE, right? What this code will go ahead and do for you guys is it's going to go ahead and apply the current 80% off discount. I don't know when you guys are watching this video, maybe it's 90% off, maybe 70, maybe 50. I don't know what it is, but currently right now it's currently 80% off, right? So go ahead and type this name as the code, which is my name. I'm affiliated with Apex and all that stuff. So they went ahead and gave me a code so I can help you guys set up these accounts, right? So the current 80% off, boom, we're good, right? So when you use code Blasters, you're gonna go ahead and click enter, and you'll be good, right? Of course, I can't use my own affiliate coupon code because it's my own, right? I can't give myself money over affiliates, but you guys not being me, you guys can go ahead and use this code right here, right? Now you're gonna go ahead and scroll down. You're gonna go ahead and click check, all this good stuff. Check all this, and then boom, right? It's a lot of terms. Honestly, it's just just some legal stuff. And then once you guys are done with that, you're gonna go ahead and click next. It will take you to the what is it called, the checkout page, and then you guys go ahead and pay from there, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here since I don't really need to buy an account. I already have 20 of them. And what's it called? Let me see. Now oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna go ahead and help you guys setting this up so you can go ahead and link it to your Tradovate account. All right, so let's go ahead and do that right now. All right, now if you finally got your account and you have everything set up, what's gonna happen is before I log in here, it might be a different page and all that stuff. It's normal. What's gonna end up happening is it's gonna go ahead and when you buy the account, Apex is gonna go ahead and take you over to a dashboard, right? We're gonna have your menu, your name, your information, and all that stuff. Right, so we're gonna go ahead and do real quick, since I'm not gonna show on the screen because of course it has my personal information about my accounts, and of course I'm not trying to show that right now because I don't want you guys to be taking my payouts. You know, that's for me. Anyways, so what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna be on a blank page. It's gonna see your name at the top left and all that stuff. It's gonna be a blue thing on the side, you know, on the left side for your menu. Right, so where you guys are gonna go ahead and do is click the main page, which is gonna be the Apex dashboard at the complete top, and at the bottom left, or I mean the bottom right. Right, you're gonna see something that says Tradovate account. It's gonna say username and password. Right, then the username should be Apex underscore a bunch of numbers, some random numbers and all that stuff. Right, and then right under that, there's gonna say the password. Right, what you guys are gonna do with this information is gonna be super important, and make sure not to give this to anyone. Do not show them your username. Do not show them anything. Right, because this is your information. They can go ahead and take your funded account, and of course, take your money if you have any money, or if you made any money. Right, so once you guys have that information on Apex, right? Once you guys have the username and password all set up after you purchase your Tradovate account, you're gonna go ahead and search up trader.tradovate.com/welcome, and it's gonna go ahead and take you to the welcome screen, right? Now, on this welcome screen, what you guys are gonna go ahead and do is, of course, type your own name, or not your own name. You guys are gonna paste your username, and you guys are gonna go ahead and paste your password. Once you guys do so, go ahead and click login. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video. I'm gonna log into another account that I have, just so I can show you guys the template. So let me do that right now. Hold on. All right, now that you guys logged into your Tradovate account, it's gonna go ahead and ask you a few questions. Now, it might not look the same on my screen as it does on your screen because, of course, I already have my account. I have everything all set up and all that good stuff. So it's gonna ask you to sign some documents, you know, some legal stuff, of course, to make sure that the website is running right and all that stuff. Right now, if you guys are doing this currently while watching this video, it's gonna go before you guys do anything. Right, hold on, just give it a second. Right. It's gonna go ahead and ask you, okay, do you want professional data or do you want non-professional data? What you guys need to make sure to click on is non-professional data. Let me say that again. Do not click professional data. Click non-professional data. If you guys click professional data, usually Apex, or not usually, the Apex usually, or I keep saying usually, Apex will go ahead and give you free data, so you guys don't need to buy anything. They will go ahead and pay for it out of their own pockets. But if you guys click professional, what's gonna end up happening is Apex will not pay for it, and you will not get live data. Now, what's the cons to not having live data? Well, your market is gonna be delayed by 10 minutes, and Tradovate is not gonna let you go ahead and send orders out in the market. So please make sure that you guys go ahead and click non-professional so everything flows correctly with your Apex account and it gets created perfectly. Right? So after you do that, it's gonna ask you to sign some stuff, you know, your name, all that stuff, you know, just the KYC type of thing, the know your customer thing for Tradovate. It's normal. Go ahead and fill that out with your actual name and all that stuff. So Apex has everything on check. Right? Once you guys do that, what's gonna end up happening is it's gonna go ahead and say select a trading mode. Now there's gonna be 3 trading modes. There's gonna be live trading, market replay, and there's gonna be simulation. Right? Remember, I told you guys Apex is a simulated type of prop firm. It's a prop firm, right? So everything is fake. So you guys are gonna go ahead and click here is simulation, right? Go ahead and click access simulation. Boom, right? And what's gonna happen is it's gonna finally bring you into the world of trading, right? Now, do not get scared. Literally 99% of the stuff is not useful at all. So don't let all these charts, don't let all these numbers. I personally don't even know what these numbers are, right? So we're not gonna use that. Right. Matter of fact, pretty much what all of this is you know just the usual template, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys exactly what I use, how to set it up, and how you guys can have everything set up so you guys can finally start trading right in the markets. So what we're gonna go ahead and do here, guys, it's super easy, right? Let's say for example, if you guys bought a 25K account, at the top right under equity is gonna say $25,000 USD, right? And yes, you actually have the $25,000 USD. Can you withdraw it? I wish, right? But no, you can't since it's simulation, right? And then under account, it's gonna go ahead and say Apex underscore a few numbers 000001 or 2 or whatever, right? If you see this where it says demo 371 whatever, if this says Apex underscore and a bunch of numbers, you guys know that you guys are good to go, right? You guys are logged into the account, right? So now you guys can technically start trading, right? But obviously we're not gonna be trading with all of this. I don't even know what this is on our screen, so we're gonna go ahead and clean that up real quick, right? And your chart should look like this if you're completely new to trading, right? So let's go ahead and clean all this up, right? So really all we need is just literally one chart. That's all we need, right? So let's go ahead and clean all of this up real quick. What we're gonna go ahead and end up doing here is we're gonna go ahead and click close on most tabs here, which you guys can go ahead and follow my lead here, since your guys' charts should look like this, right? So let's go ahead and close this. Let's go ahead and close all of this down here because we don't really need any of this, right? I'm gonna close this right here. Don't show this again, blah blah, whatever. Indices, we don't need this. We don't need this. Delete this. Let me see. Okay, so we're done with that, right? We don't need any of that stuff, right? And right here, obviously, now you guys can see that we're back on the charts, right? Now you guys can actually see charts, but it still doesn't look as clean as you guys might want it to look, and it might look a little bit scary for you beginners, right? And don't worry, it looks scary to me too because I don't even know what any of this stuff is, right? So what we're gonna go ahead and do here is we're gonna go ahead and you guys could choose either or, it doesn't matter. You could just close out of either these 4, or you guys can close out of these 2. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna close out of these 2 by clicking the close button up here, right? Boom. Now we're back to one big chart, right? But it still looks a little bit ugly. So let's go ahead and fix that real quick, right? What we're gonna go ahead and do is this thing right here, useless. We don't need this, right? So we're gonna go ahead and close out of this, right? Now what we're gonna go ahead and do is when you guys are put your mouse on the chart, you guys will notice that there's a few settings up here, right? You guys are gonna go ahead and play around with these settings and get them set up, right? So all of these dots, all of these lines, all of these whatever they are, right? We're gonna go ahead and turn these off because we don't trade off of this, right? We don't need this, right? All we need is a basic chart with the buy and sell button so we can actually send the orders out to Tradovate and make money, or maybe lose money, right? We don't know about that part yet, but let's keep going. Right, so in this case, what we're gonna go ahead and do here is where it says right here, it should say something like indicators right here. So it'll be the second to last box right here. We're gonna go ahead and click on this, right? What we're gonna go ahead and do here is we're gonna go ahead and turn all of this off. I'm pretty sure we can turn it off like this. It should be somewhere here. Actually, no, I think it's under chart settings. I could be wrong. Right here, my bad, guys. I'm probably gonna cut this part out because I don't know. Anyways, it wasn't under that. It's going to be under configure chart elements, right? This little gear icon right here, you're going to go ahead and click on this. Right now, you guys are going to go ahead and see something that says, I'm not even going to bother pronouncing that because I don't know what that says. But whatever starts with a B, delete that. We don't need this, right? Go ahead and delete that. SMA, we don't need this. RSI, we don't need that. It's pretty useless, right? Boom. Now we just have a very, very clean chart, right? But there's a few more stuff that we should probably fix here to go ahead and have the best and cleanest experience with Tradovate, right? So what we're gonna go ahead and do here is we're gonna go over to chart settings, right? Now what we're gonna be doing with chart settings is where it says continuous auto fit, we're gonna go ahead and turn that off, right? What this does, guys, is when you guys are trying to scroll up, it's gonna keep moving it down. I don't know why this is a setting. It's extremely annoying and I just don't like it. That's just me. You guys see how I'm trying to scroll up and it doesn't let me? You see what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and turn this off because this is useless, right? So now we can finally move around the chart freely, right? So go ahead and turn that off real quick, right? Now, there's one more thing that this chart needs to look appealing to the eye, right? So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna go over, I'm pretty sure it's under, I could be wrong, it could be under chart settings. You go back here, it's gonna say something like, let me see, it should be under grid. Yeah, grid. So you guys are gonna go ahead and turn this off. It's kind of optional. Me personally, I like my charts very clean, a black, a blank background with just charts so I can understand what's going on without the useless stuff around. So what we're gonna go ahead and do here is turn off the grid. Right now we're talking, right? So all we have here is, I wish you could turn off this volume thing. It's not really that useful, but from what I know, I haven't really bothered looking to really know how to turn this off, and it's whatever, right? So now we're finally back to a nice old chart, right? But don't get too happy because there's a few more stuff that we need to fix here, right? So what we're gonna go ahead and do here is, since you guys are trading futures with me, right? You guys know I'm a futures trader, so I only trade 2 tickers here in the market, right? Or technically 4, but it's 2, right? So here's what we're gonna go ahead and do here, right? We're gonna delete all of these. We're gonna leave ESZ4 because this is actually one of them that we trade. But whatever this is, we're gonna delete that. Whatever this is, we're gonna go ahead and delete this. And Microsoft, I don't know why we have Microsoft. We're gonna go ahead and delete this, right? Now we're left with one chart, right? So let's go ahead and add some more here, right? So what we're gonna go ahead and do here is, by the time you guys are watching, I don't know if it's recently, maybe it could be a year from now, but the ticker that we're trading right now, the current contracts that we're trading is actually the Z contracts. Now, every quarter, I'm pretty sure it changes every quarter. I could be wrong, but if you guys need help changing the quarters, go ahead and join the free Discord in the description. It should be the second link, depending on if I remember to put it or not. There I'll always remind you guys for completely free. I'm not trying to upsell you guys anything. I'll always remind you guys on what charts to go ahead and put out when the quarter ends and which ones to trade, right? So since we're in, I don't know what quarter we're in right now. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Whatever quarter we're in right now, we're currently trading ESZ4, right? So what we're gonna go ahead and do here is click new tab. Now that we have ESZ4, we're gonna click new tab, right? It's gonna ask for the symbol, right? In the symbol, you guys are gonna go ahead and type NQ, right? And one is gonna pop up that says NQZ4. Now we're not gonna be trading this one, right? ESZ4 and NQZ4, sure, they might be the correct ones to trade, but we don't like doing minis. And I'm gonna explain to you guys what these are, in a second, but just know we're not gonna be trading this one. Where you guys are gonna go ahead and search up is M. Make sure there's an M in front of NQ and ES, right? So we're gonna search up M and Q, and the first one that pops up will be MQZ4. Go ahead and click on that, select, boom. Now you guys have the chart. And I don't know why it looks like this, so let's go ahead and fix this real quick. Give me 1 second. Where it says bars, if your chart ends up looking like this, which it probably would, just click on the fourth box right here where it says bars. Go ahead and click change it to candlesticks. Then where it says configure chart elements, go ahead and delete SMA. That's useless, right? And of course you guys know the deal, just turn off the grid and you should be back to normal, right? So boom, now we're good like this, right? So now we have NQZ4. Let's go ahead and delete ESZ4 because we don't really need it. We need MESZ4, right? So let's go ahead and do that real quick, right? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and search up MESZ4. It should be the first one. Whichever one is the first one for you guys, depending on what time you guys are watching the video. It could be in a few months from now. It would probably be HMUZ, whatever. But right now, the ones that we're currently in is Z4, right? Since we're in the year 2024, these are the contracts, all that stuff, right? So boom, let's go ahead and select that. Let's change this real quick, just like this, and just like this, right? So for the most part, we're done with Tradovate, right? But there's one more thing that you guys might want to see or might want to have, so you guys can actually see how much money you're making in the account, right? So this is where it gets a little bit fun, because this is where you guys can start looking for, seeing how much money you guys are actually making, right? So let's go ahead and do that real quick, right? What you guys are gonna currently do right now, right, is where you guys are gonna see the plus button, right? It's gonna say add modules. We're gonna go ahead and click on that real quick, right? Now a whole gray page is gonna come up with a whole bunch of boxes here that, you might not know what they are, right? And that's fine. I don't even know what these are, right? But the one that you guys are gonna be looking to drag is called trade performance, right? This one right here, wait, is it trade performance? Let me go ahead and double check right here. It should be trade performance. Let me see. No, actually, it's under accounts, right? It's gonna be trade performance and accounts. Matter of fact, my bad, right? So trade performance. What this will show you guys is how much you guys made. It's gonna give you a whole report on what you guys traded for the day, what time you traded, what you got filled out, how much you made, etc. Right? This is something that you guys might want to see when it comes to journaling, right? Remember the day one bootcamp, the previous video where I talked to you guys about trading. I mean, not trading, journaling. My bad. I'm talking too fast right now. But yeah, trade performance. Go ahead and hold this and drag it up here. Right, performance center. This will show you guys exactly how much you made for the day, what percent your win rate is, and all that stuff, right? So it's a history, everything you guys could possibly need for your trades. It's all here, right? Now you guys have this. We're gonna go ahead and click back on M and QZ, right? And we're gonna go ahead and click on the plus button one more time and go ahead and drag the accounts down here to this box down here. So you guys can see how I'm dragging it around with my mouse. Just drag it down here till you see this little gray box down here in the chart, right? So what this does, guys, is it'll open an account tab, right? And of course, I know it's taking up half of the chart, which is hideous. So let's go ahead and fix that real quick. The way you guys fix it is hover your mouse right above accounts. You're gonna see like a white line right here. Click that, just drag it all the way down, and you guys should be set, right? So what this does, guys, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? It'll give you the account ID, the current account that you guys are trading, and dollar open will pretty much just tell you what you guys are gonna do. Actually, is change this over. Let me see if you can even change it. I remember you used to be able to change it. Let me see. I guess not. Maybe they changed it. I could be wrong. But anyways, that doesn't really matter, right? Pretty much what dollar open means is it will show you how much you guys are up either throughout the trade or throughout the day. But there's also another way to go ahead and check that. It's really easy, right? Up here where it says equity, where it says open P&L. Open P&L means how much you're up during, inside of the trade. Once you guys take profit, it's gonna show 0, right? Don't let that scare you. You're still up on the day, right? And you guys can go ahead and check that by going ahead and clicking this little drop down arrow, right? And where it says total P&L, that's the total amount that you're up or down on the day, right? And every day it'll reset at 6 p.m. EST, right? So that's when the market actually resets for the day, right? So open P&L is when you guys are up or down in the inside of the trade, like if you guys are currently holding the trade, which let me show you guys right now how it's gonna look like, right? So ignore this for a second. I'll explain what this is in a second, but I'll show you guys how the up or down P&L will actually look like, right? So let's say for example, wait, don't tell me the markets are closed right now. Okay, they're not. Perfect. Are they? I think they are. I don't know. Here, let me just. Okay. Okay, yeah. So you guys can see right here, we're currently in a position, right? If the number where it says open P&L is in parentheses, that means that you guys are currently down on the trade. You guys can also know that you guys are down on the trade if this number is red, right? This number right here under the price should be green, which let's see if it goes green in a second. You know, while I talk, maybe it'll go green, right? Just pay attention to this number, right? Now, if you guys go ahead and open this drop down, you guys will see that the total P&L is fluctuating, of course, because we're inside of the trade and all that stuff. You guys might realize, hey, why is this, why am I losing less than when I'm in the trade? That's because you guys are paying the fees. If you guys go over to the performance center, you guys see right here how it says trade fees and commission. You guys are paying fees when you guys are in a trade, right? I know it sucks, but hey, that's the broker. You know what I mean? That's every broker, matter of fact, right? But it's how they make money, right? So what now? Well, now that we go ahead, now, oh, by the way, you guys see down here, where I gave you guys an account, you guys can also look there to see how much you guys are up or down on the day with the dollar P&L open, or open P&L, right? So let me go ahead and get out of this trade real quick, and I'll show you guys how this open P&L will actually go to zero, and just so you guys don't get scared that you guys lost all your money, right? So let's go ahead and click exit out market and cancel all, boom, and now we're currently out of the trade. Now you guys might realize, hey, I got out of the trade for X amount of money, maybe I made 1,000, maybe I lost 1,000, maybe, you know, whatever. Just because this says zero right here does not mean that you guys are down on the day. You're actually not down on the day at all, right? Go ahead and click this drop down, and where it says total P&L, you see how it says in parentheses 24 and 88 cents. This pretty much means that we lost $24.88 on this trade. Now, if it's not in parentheses, that means that you guys actually made some money on the day, right? Which I hope is the case for all of you guys, right? So before we move on to the other websites that you guys need in trading before you move on to actually trading, I'm gonna go ahead and explain to you guys exactly what micros and minis are when it comes to contracts, and exactly how to buy and sell, how to set stop losses, how to take profits, and all that stuff. So let me do that real quick before the market closes, which it closes in about 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and do that real quick, right? So when it comes to the chart, right? Let's go ahead and say there's two ways to make money in the market, right? If you're completely new, I don't know if you know that, but yeah, you can make money from the market going down, and you can also make money from the market going up, obviously, right? So how do you make money with the market going up? Well, it's actually really easy. Right, before I explain that, let me go ahead and see if there's a text button right here. Let me see. Hopefully there is. No, there isn't. I wish it was. I'm not sure why. Hold on, let me see. Drawing tools. Oh, text right here. Perfect. There is. Right. For those that don't know, there's two type of contracts. There's a mini and there's a micro. Right. One mini on NQ is $20 per point, meaning that you guys see this chart right here. Right. Let me go ahead and zoom in real quick. I'm on the 5-minute time frame. Let me zoom in just like this, really quick. Perfect, right? So you guys see this price on the right side, right? Every one, to you guys, it might seem like $1, right? It's known as a point, right? So the cents here, every 25 cents is one tick, right? Anytime the chart goes up by 1 point, for example, if it goes from 20,390 to 20,340, that is 1 point, right? So if you guys are trading minis, you guys are, for every 1 point that it goes up, for every one contract that you guys are in, which will be this one right here, right? For every one point that it goes up, you guys will make $20. So if you guys, for example, right, you guys are trading minis and you trade 2 contracts and it goes up 1, you guys will make $40. Now, you guys might be asking, or you might be wondering, hey, why don't we do minis so I can make the most money? Well, just as fast as you guys can make it, just as fast you guys can lose it, right? So be careful trying to size so heavy. That's why I suggest you guys do micros, which is why I told you guys to MNQZ4, right? Now with MNQZ4, what is a micro? Well, one micro is 1/10 of a mini. So every 1 point that the NQ goes up, if you're trading a micro, instead of making $20 per point, you guys are making $2 per point, right? And then of course you could do the math with the tick. I don't know how much it is, you know, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's like 50 cents, right? But yeah, no, when it comes to trading MNQZ4, every 1 point that it goes up, you guys are making $2 per contract, meaning that if you're in 2 contracts, for example, you could be in 10, 2, whatever, right? Every 1 point that it goes up, you guys will multiply it per contract, right? So if you're making $2 per point and you're in 2 contracts, you're gonna be making $4 per point. So in the price right here, I can't really highlight it, right? Every $1 that it goes up, just like this, like this, like this, like this, you're making $4, right? And that's exactly how you make money off trading. Now, let me go ahead and show you guys an example on how to buy and sell, because this is extremely important, right? So like I said, there's 2 ways in making money in the market. Either you make money for the market going up or you make money for the market going down, right? So for example, let's go ahead and say that I'm thinking that the market is going to go down. So I want to go ahead and put my money where my mouth is, right? So what we're going to be doing here is go ahead and click, when you guys want to go ahead and sell in the market and make money for the market going down, you're going to go ahead and click sell MKT. Make sure you don't click sell ask, right? Because that's a pretty bad one, right? Always make sure to click sell market. This will give you an instant fill, and before you even click buy or sell market, you're going to be in the position, right? That's how fast it is, right? So peep this, guys. We're going to go ahead and click sell market. What's going to happen is we got filled at this current price. So this is where the price is sitting at right now, right? This is where we bought the price, right? When it says -2, this means that you guys are in 2 shorts, right? So if the market goes down, right, which let's see if it does. Right now the market is going up, so we're losing some money right here, right? But if the market goes down, that means that you guys will be making money, right? So before you guys make money and all that stuff, because I know you guys want to be doing that, right? Before you guys do that, let me teach you guys exactly how to place a stop loss in the market, right? Because of course, when it comes to trading, you guys need to make sure you guys limit your losses and maximize your wins. So how exactly do you do that? Well, right now, since we're in 2 contracts, right here, you guys see, obviously, right here, we're in 2 contracts, -2 and all that stuff, right? When it comes to placing a stop loss when you guys are in shorts or in sell orders, right? Let's say, for example, if the price goes above this wick right here, right? We want to go ahead and get out of the trade because it's obviously not going our way and we want to stop losing money, right? So when you guys are in -2 or negative whatever, right, always click buy to stop. Always buy X amount, stop, right? X amount, what I mean by that is just, what time is it? Okay, yeah, I still have some time for the examples here, right? But yeah, when it comes to that, go ahead and click buy to stop. What this does, guys, is if price goes above this wick right here, you guys see the open order right here. If it goes above it, it's going to go ahead and take me out of this order, right? So make sure you guys understand that part, right? And for example, let's go ahead and get out of this trade for $2 profit. We make some money here. It's demo. I don't really care. It's fake, right? For example, let's go ahead and say that we think the market is going to go ahead and go up, right? So what we're going to do here is click buy MKT, right? Meaning that we're going to go into a positive position for 2 contracts, right? So it's going to be a green 2. There's no negative. There's nothing, right? Meaning that if the market goes up, we're going to make money. If the market goes down, we're going to go ahead and lose money, right? Now, let's say, for example, we want to go ahead and place our stop loss, meaning that if the trade is going against us, right, we want to go ahead and place our stop loss, let's say, for example, at this wick, right? What we're going to be doing is instead of clicking buy X amount of contracts that you're in, stop, since you're in longs or in a buy position, you're going to go ahead and click sell to stop. You're going to sell it, right? Boom, just click that, right? Meaning that if this stock right here goes down and goes below this wick right here, that means we are completely out of this position and we got stopped out and we lost money on this trade, right? But it stopped us from losing any more money on the trade. So that's what a stop loss is. All right, guys. So now, before we move on to the next website, right, that you guys might need for trading, how exactly do you get out of the position? Let's say, for example, you're up currently $800 on the trade, right, depending on how much you guys sized, right? How do I get out of the trade and not worry about anything like my orders getting filled or anything? It's really easy. When you guys are one and done with the trade, what you guys are going to go ahead and do is, since you're in the position right here, right, you're going to go ahead and click exit at market and cancel, right? This gray box right here, make sure it says this. If it doesn't say that, click the drop down and go ahead and make sure that it says exit at market and cancel all. Click that, then go ahead and click that, and then boom, it will take you out of the position immediately, right? You guys need to make sure you do that because if not, you can't get out of the trade, right? So once again, let me do it for you guys one more time, right? So let's say, for example, we're in 10 contracts, right? We're going to go ahead and sell market, so the market is going down, all that stuff. Let's say, for example, we're up $800 on the trade, right? What we're going to do, since we're one and done with the trade, we're going to go ahead and, we're going to go ahead and click exit at market and cancel, right? Boom. What this does is it will take you out of the position, it will fill your order, and for example, you made money, just like that. All right, guys, so make sure you guys always do that. Now, for Tradovate, I would say we're practically done. I don't really feel like there's not much more to explain. I showed you guys how to set your stop loss. I showed you guys how to sell your accounts. Okay, so yeah, we're good on Tradovate. Now let's go over to the next website you guys will need, or actually it's kind of a preference, but I would suggest it, right? So let's go ahead and go over to that website. Let's go. All right, so now that we're done with the Tradovate section, what we're going to be doing is moving on to TradingView. Now, I really suggest this website. It's kind of like a must, right? In my opinion, this website will make your life a million, maybe even more times easier, right? So what you guys are going to do is open a new tab, have Tradovate open and all that good stuff, just in case you guys want to go ahead and trade, and open up www.tradingview.com. Now you're going to go over to this page. You're probably not going to be signed in since you've never traded, you're a beginner and all that stuff. So let me guide you guys exactly through doing everything, having my chart settings, having everything set up, and just being ready to go in the market, right? So what we're going to go ahead and do here is click on this little person button up here, right? What this is gonna do is of course, it's gonna take you to the sign-in page. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the screen here, because I don't want you guys to have my information, of course. Make sure you guys can sign in with Google, Apple, or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and sign in with Google since that's the easiest thing to do. And yeah, let me cut the video real quick and sign in. All right, so now that we just signed in, I don't know if you guys signed in with Google, Apple, or whatever, but now you guys are officially on TradingView. Now, if it tries to upcharge you with a plan or whatever, you guys don't really need it, but I'll get more into that in a second, just in case you guys might need it. All right, but in my opinion, I don't think you need it, because actually Apex provides you with all the data that you guys need for completely free, all included with that account for literally $30, right? So let's go ahead and start, right? So now that we're back, you guys see we have a massive B, because this is my example account. You know, everything is to the default, right? Which is how your guys' Tradovate or TradingView, my bad, will probably look like, right? So what we're gonna go ahead and do here is go ahead and click search markets here. What we're gonna do is search up MNQ, right? And it's gonna bring up MNQ, you know, just one, right? But there's actually a million of them, right? So what you guys are gonna do right here is simply click on this little arrow right next to like the United States flag, right? Click that, and you're guys gonna see MNQ1, 2, Z 2024. You guys already know what we're gonna click here, and a whole you know, bunch of other ones, right? So what we're gonna do here is gonna go ahead and click launch chart on MNQZ4 2024. My bad, right? Click launch chart. Right now, this thing is extremely blinding. I'm sure you guys can see my face cam. My face is really white because this chart is extremely bright. So what we're gonna do is turn that off real quick, right? It's preference, but hey, who doesn't like some dark mode here, right? So what you're gonna do is click on this up here, right? Then you're gonna see where it says dark theme, just like this. Boom. Now our eyes are rested, right? So now we're good. Now let's go ahead and clean up this chart because it looks like a complete mess. Obviously, if you guys are trying to scroll on the chart, it won't let you do anything. It will only let you go left and right, you know, stuff like that, right? So what you guys are gonna do to fix this issue is we're gonna go ahead and click where it says down here set. We're gonna turn that off. Right now, wait, it wasn't this? Hold up, where was it? I don't think it was set. My bad, guys. Hold on. TradingView fixed something here. Let me go and try to fix this real quick. It should be under. Hold on. Let me see. It should be under. Okay, right here. My bad. Okay. Where it says auto and in parentheses it says fits data to a screen. We're gonna go ahead and turn that off. We don't need that. Right, boom. Now we should be able to, yeah, there we go. Now we should be able to move the chart, you know, all around. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't know what set means, but it's probably not important, right? So let's go ahead and close that. We don't need any ads here, you know what I mean? We don't need any of that, right? So now that you guys finally have your chart free, you know, free to move, once again, go over to the little settings button down here where it says auto. Just go ahead and click on that. You know what I mean? If you turn it on, you can't move anything, but if you turn it off, you can go ahead and move everything, right? Just like that. So we're good on that part, right? So now, what is the next step? Well, the next step is going ahead and cleaning the chart a little bit. Now, you guys can go ahead and play with this to your own preference. For me, I like, you know, I like cleanness. I like stuff, you know, just plain. So let's go ahead and fix that real quick, right? So this chart right here, I don't like the grid. I don't like this indicator. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and delete this, right? To the top left where it says VOL, go ahead and click the trash button. We don't need that real quick, right? So now we have a clean chart, right? So we're going to go ahead and do it real quick is this blue box at the top right. We're going to turn that off. Right, we don't need that. You just expand the chart, right? Just have only the chart. Now, what we're gonna do here is click on the little settings button at the complete bottom right, where it says more settings. Click this. Then where it says symbol, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my settings. You guys can play around with this. Maybe you guys like purple, green, red, blue, yellow. I don't know what you guys like. You know what I mean? Change the colors to whatever you guys like. For me, I like my stuff plain and simple and easy to look at. So let's go ahead and do that real quick, right? So this is what I personally use, right? So for the body, I have the opacity at 0. And then for the body, I have it at red. Everything looks good there. Borders, I like this green. I like this green a lot more. And then we should be good for the candles. So now you guys might see if we click OK and we zoom in, the candles look a lot easier to look at, right? They look actually pretty clean, right? So what I did is I just turned off the shadows of the candle and I just left everything else default, right? And I made it a little bit more green because hey, who doesn't like green in their life? You know what I mean? Green means money, right? And I like money. Right, so I put it more green from the bluish green that we had, and it just made it completely green. Right, so now what are some other stuff that we want to go ahead and change here? Well, what we want to go ahead and change here is going to be under the canvas. I'm pretty sure it's under, yeah, right here under the background. What we're going to do is we're gonna go ahead and make this color custom. Now, if you guys like red, you can do red. If you guys like orange, you know, but this, it doesn't look very pleasing. Matter of fact, you can't even look at the candles, right? So let's go ahead and fix that real quick. Right, so what we're going to do here is under the plus button, right, you're going to go there. Right, then we're going to go all the way down and try to find, wait, matter of fact, hold on, not this. We're going to change this from gradient to solid. We want a solid color, right? Then we're going to go all the way down here and try to find more of a, I like my stuff pretty dark, right? I like, you know, I want my eyes to be able to see everything, right? So I'm going to put it like around this number, right? I like my charts a little bit dark, so it's pretty pleasing to the eye and all that stuff. But if you guys like blue, yikes. Not this blue, but you know what I mean, like a darker blue. Let's at least agree to that part, right? Because this blue, yikes. Anyways, for me, I like I said a million times, I like my charts a little bit plain, you know, and easy to look at. So I'm gonna do like around something like this, a black color like this. Boom, add. Right, so now we're good off that. Right, if you click OK, the charts look a lot more easy to look at. You know what I mean? Not much change, but hey, it's some cleanness, some plainness, and all that good stuff, right? So now we're good off that. Right, so what's the next step? Well, the next step actually is to go ahead and go back to the canvas, and let's go ahead and see if everything checks out perfect. The crosshair. Oh, let's change the crosshair. For me personally, I don't like it too much, so I'm gonna put the line. I like the line a lot more. It just looks a lot cleaner, right? And then what we're gonna do is turn the opacity down over to like maybe 30%. You know, so it's not in your way, but it's there. You know what I mean? So look at the difference. Look at the difference, right? Look at the crosshair. Look at it now. You see what I mean? Like it's there, but it's not there. You get what I'm saying? I like it like that, right? But it's up to you guys. Do whatever you guys want, right? Let's make sure everything else looks good. Grid lines. Oh, matter of fact, grid lines. Let's turn that off. We don't need grid lines, right? These lines right here, they're just distracting, right? We don't need that, so I would personally turn it off. It's up to you guys if you guys like it or not. But grid lines off. Now look at how clean the chart actually looks, right? Boom. Now we're really good here, right? So now let's go ahead and put the watch list so you guys can easily flip around the contracts. Maybe you guys are trading ES in a second. Maybe you guys are trading NQ the next second, right? So let's go ahead and flip that real quick, right? So where it says under watch list, this little thing up here at the top right, click that. Under watch list, we're gonna go ahead and delete indices. We don't need any of this. Let's delete all of this. Just delete everything, right? We don't need any of this stuff unless you're trading it. You know what I mean? But we're not trading it. Right, so here on the watch list, what we're gonna go ahead and do is click this plus button, right, and it's gonna bring up all of the symbols, right? Obviously, since we're only trading NQ and ES, maybe you guys could be doing stocks, whatever. You guys can always add that, but just for the sake of this video of me doing futures only, and me helping you guys with only futures, we're gonna be doing only this, right? So we're gonna go ahead and switch up is M and Q, right? Same way we put it right here. Drop down, go ahead and click M and QZ, depending on what you guys are trading. If you guys are watching this right now, right when I just posted the video, it'll be M and QZ. If not, it'll be M and QH 2025, right? But for the sake of this video, we're gonna be clicking M and QZ 2024 since that's where we're currently trading, right? So let's go ahead and click this add button, right? The next contract that we're gonna be looking for is gonna be MES, right? Same way you guys did it. Go ahead and click the drop down, then go ahead and click MESZ 2024, right? Boom. Let's go ahead and click and add this. Is it there? Is it added? Okay, there you go. I don't know why it took so long there. Okay, so now what you guys can go ahead and do is you guys can go ahead and play around this just like this, right? So if you guys click on ES, if you guys want to quickly look at ES, you guys can do so just like this. If you guys want to go over to NQ, click NQ, and now you're back on the charts, right? So that's one good way to look at it. Now, there's one more thing that I want to add here to the trading view, okay, should I give you guys a tutorial on the charts? Not really. Now, one thing I do want to explain to you guys is the simplicity of TradingView, right? When it comes to this, you guys can draw everything out so easily, guys. It's so easy to draw everything out. Unlike Tradovate, where the charts look pretty hard to look at and, you know, they're not the cleanest. With TradingView, the whole point of this is to look at the charts with ease, right? So you guys can draw on the chart, you guys can have your analysis, you know, all that stuff. For me, I trade fair value gaps, which I'll cover more in the future of this boot camp, right? I'll show you guys that more in the future, right? But make sure, at least for this video, you guys have everything checked out, you know, with your TradingView being one and done, right? Now, one thing that we need to mention here is extremely important, right? Now, you guys might realize NQ or MNQ and MES might have a yellow D up here, right, next to the name, right? When you guys hover over it, it will say quotes are delayed by 10 minutes. And you guys might be saying, why in the world is my chart delayed by 10 minutes? I don't want it delayed. I want live data, right? And there's actually a way to get it for free, right? This is only if you guys bought a funded account because it is actually included with your funded account, right? So how exactly do we get access to this? Well, it's really easy. What you guys are going to do is we're going to go ahead and close this watch list because we don't need it right now. Right now, if you guys have your Apex details, you guys have, you know, all the stuff when you bought the account. What you guys are gonna do is at the complete bottom where it says trading panel, we're gonna go ahead and click on this. Right in the trading panel, there's a whole bunch of brokers that you guys may or may not be familiar with. But the ones that you guys might be familiar with is obviously Tradovate. Right. So what you guys are gonna do here is obviously click Tradovate, just like that. And it's going to bring up this little login page, right? And by the way, guys, this is completely trusted. You know, it's TradingView. It's an official website and all that stuff. So you guys have nothing to worry about here, right? So what you guys are going to do now is it's going to ask you, hey, do you want to sign into your live account or your demo account? Obviously, Apex it being a simulated account, you're gonna go ahead and log in with a demo account, right? So we're gonna go ahead and click demo. Now, where it says Tradovate username and Tradovate password, you're gonna go ahead and type it up or copy and paste it from your Apex dashboard and click connect and all that good stuff, right? So Tradovate username, you put Apex underscore number, right? Password, you're gonna put those random levels that are letters, my bad. You're gonna put the random letters that Apex gave you as your password. Now, by the way, guys, one thing I forgot to mention is when it comes to your Apex password, make sure you guys do not change that password. If you do, they will ban you from the website, right? They made it very clear to not change the password. So make sure you guys don't do that, because the reason they don't want you to change the password is because the Apex system, if you guys change the password of the account, they can't detect what you made on the account, right? So the computer or the system doesn't know how much you made because it doesn't have access to your account. I ran out of breath there. My bad on that, right? But make sure you guys do not change the password. Please do not change it, right? But yeah, go ahead and click password. You know, you put all that, and you put connect, right? When you guys put connect, what's gonna happen is your chart is gonna go ahead and refresh, right? When it refreshes, you guys are gonna go ahead and have real-time data on the chart. How do you know if you have real-time data? Really easy. You go ahead and click this little box at the top right, and where it says MQZ or MESZ or whatever, you guys shouldn't see the D here, right? It should either be blank or it should be any other letter, right? If it's anything other than the yellow D, you guys should be good to go, right? So other than that, we should be good for now, at least on the TradingView part. You know, the setup and everything, we should be good on that, right, guys? So let's go on to the final website that you guys need to have in order to trade correctly, right? So let's go into that. Let's go. All right, guys, so for the final website, it's going to be called Forex Factory. Now, you guys might question the name. Hey, it's Forex. No, this just shows you all of the news in the US markets that you guys need to have and need to know before you guys take any trade, because I don't want you guys getting caught up in very volatile news, right? So let's go ahead and do this real quick, right? So the website that we're using right now is known as forexfactory.com. Make sure you guys copy the link. Everything looks good. I'll probably leave it down in the description of the video so you guys have everything checked out and confirmed by me, right? So this website, it's pretty easy, pretty simple, and you know, nothing too crazy, but it's a must and you guys need this website, right? So what this website does, it's pretty self-explanatory. It will just tell you out of the currencies in the entire world. It will tell you what news they have coming out, what reports, what earnings reports, and all that stuff, you know, jobless claims, you know, everything that's happening with the currency, right? The currency that we're trading is obviously USD, right? We trade the US markets. I'm sure most of you guys, I'm not gonna say not all, of course, obviously you guys are probably in Europe or whatever, but since we're trading the US markets, we need to know the US economy, how it's doing, and all that stuff. Now, I'm not going to show you how to read all these numbers because I don't even know how to read them, but you guys need to know what news is coming out on certain days so you know what time to avoid trading, when to avoid the market, and all that stuff, right? So what we're going to be doing here is, this is going to be a pretty quick section, right? What we're going to do here is where it says today, October 16th, because that's when it is right now, right? We're going to go ahead and click on this, and we're going to go ahead and click this week, right? This will show you all of the news for this week. Right, let's wait for it to apply. Boom. Right now, you guys might realize there's a lot of news, right? And it's a bunch of letters like GBP, Euro, you know, stuff like that, or Japanese currency, Japanese yen. We don't need any of that stuff, right? That's kind of useless. We're trading the U.S. markets. We don't care about their currency, right? Unless you live there, then I'm sorry, right? But trading wise, we don't need any of this, right? So let's go ahead and filter all of this news out to only have the U.S. markets, which is what actually matters, right? So let's go over to the filter. What we're gonna do here is super simple. Versus expected impact, you guys are gonna click none and then check out the red and orange folder, right? So what these folders mean is pretty much the darker it gets, or the more it gets to the red, the more high impact the news is, meaning the more the market will react with a lot of volume and a lot of movement, right? So of course we don't care about, or actually no, we do care about gray. What this will show you is when the markets are closed, right? That's really important. Now, yellow folders, completely useless. We don't care about them. We're gonna turn that off because we don't care. We don't need them. It's not gonna ruin our trading, right? It's not gonna do anything, right? It's the least expected, low impact expected, right? We don't need that. Orange folder, it's gonna be there. It's not gonna be anything life changing, you know what I mean? But it's definitely gonna be there. So just in case, you guys should have it on. When it comes to red folders, now this is where stuff gets really scary, right? So we're gonna go ahead and click expected impact, you know, red, orange, gray, right? Currencies. Make sure you click none, click only USD, and then for the event types, of course, we need every single event because we need to know what's going on in the entire market. So we're gonna, once we have all of this checked out, you know, double check and make sure you have everything good. Go ahead and click apply filter. Boom. Right now, you guys might realize that everything got compacted all into the USD and everything is all good. You can actually see everything in one page, right? So obviously, you know, depending on when you guys are watching this video, you know, it's October 16th today. So we had no news. We had a bank holiday on Monday. So that's when I didn't trade the markets. But yeah, this website would pretty much just catch you up on everything that's going on with the U.S. economy. And you know, it will just save you from everything, right? So what do I suggest when it comes to trading these types of red folders? Well, actually, there's no suggestion, or well, there is. I don't suggest you guys trade these folders, right? So if you guys are looking to take a trade, right, before you guys take a trade, always make sure that you guys see if there's any upcoming news coming up, especially if it's a red folder. If it's an orange folder, honestly, you can kind of ignore it. You can take the trade without really worrying about much. But when it comes to a red folder, this is when it gets scary, right? So anytime that you guys are about to take a trade, make sure that there's no upcoming red folders. If there is, just ignore the trade. There'll be a million other opportunities. Just don't take it, right? Or you can take the setup right after this news folder comes out, right? But make sure you guys always avoid trading before the red folders. You can trade after, but you can't trade before, right? This is my suggestion to you guys. I'm trying to save you guys money because it can get very, very ugly. Trust me. Take it from my experience. It's not very pretty, right? So yeah, make sure you guys are always avoiding these type of folders, these red folders. It depends which folder comes out, but some red folders might be a lot less impacted than certain folders, which I'll tell you guys right now. So what you guys are going to go ahead and do is grab your journal, open up your notes pad, and write this down, right? So real quick, guys, any time that you guys see CPI coming out, right? So let me go and try to find them, right? So next week we don't have any CPI, we don't have any major news. Sure, we might have some red folders, but it's not anything major, right? But the major news that you guys should be looking out for will be, let's see, okay, when it says non-farm employment change, do not trade this. Or actually, you could trade it, but make sure that the news happens like an hour before you guys start trading, right? So obviously it starts at 8:30 in the morning, which I'm pretty much knocked out. I wake up at 9:30 to trade the New York session, right? But yeah, non-farm employment change, do not trade these, right? This is extremely, extremely high impact. You guys are gonna see the biggest or the lowest candle ever, right? Do not trade this. Anything else, you know, like jolts, all of this stuff, it's high impact, but it's not gonna ruin your life, you know what I mean, or ruin your trade at least. But this non-farm employment change, do not trade this. So write that down in your notes. Do not trade NFP. That's what it's known as, non-farm employment change, right? Do not trade that. Now, the next one that you guys shouldn't be trading is gonna be, let's see, FOMC. If anything, I personally suggest you guys not to trade for the entire day, because the price action throughout the markets is horrible when FOMC comes up. So do not trade FOMC at all. Write that down in your notes. Do not trade all day FOMC statements, FOMC whatever. If it's a red folder and it says FOMC, do not trade it. Right? Now the next one is going to be CPI, right? Which will be like this: CPI MM, CPI YY. Do not trade CPI. I promise you guys, if you guys trade it, it will not be very pretty, right? So avoid trading maybe before CPI comes out, and during CPI. You can trade after. I don't really suggest it all that much, but when it comes to CPI, I personally don't trade it. I take the day for myself more as a mental day. You know, maybe you guys can follow along, right? So yeah, the main three news that you guys that I suggest you guys shouldn't be trading is NFP, which is non-farm employment, FOMC, CPI, or actually whenever Powell is speaking, right? You guys might be like, who the hell is Powell? Powell is one. Actually, I don't know what he is. He's some Federal Reserve guy, right? He controls the economy. He gives out the plan on the economy, and it really moves the market. So whenever you see, if you guys are scouting here, and you guys are looking for any sort of event coming up, and if you see anything that says Powell, Powell, do not bother trading. Actually, avoid that man. That man will make sure that you guys lose money, right? So yeah, make sure you guys don't trade that, right? So you guys can see obviously right here we have FOMC minutes. We're not gonna be trading that, right? Let's try to find Powell speaking anytime soon. Let's see when he speaks. I don't think it's gonna be anytime soon. So yeah, that's a positive, right? He barely speaks, but whenever he does, make sure you guys avoid it. Let me see if I can search it up here. Powell. Okay, right here. Anything that says U.S. Fed Chair Powell speaks, do not trade it. When it says he testifies, do not trade it. Right? So the four things you guys should be avoiding when it comes to this website and to trade is non-farm employment, CPI, FOMC, and Fed Chair Powell speaking or testifying. Right? You guys should not be trading that. Right, guys? But honestly, that's kind of it for this website. There's not much to it. Honestly, it just tells you what's going on with the U.S. economy and all that stuff, which obviously will move the market a lot. So yeah, before you guys take any trades, make sure you guys know what's going on during the trade and after the trade, right, guys? But honestly, I would say that's kind of it for this bootcamp video. Hopefully, you beginners I'm sure if you guys are experts, you guys didn't make it to the end of this video. But yeah, if you guys are new and you guys learned something new, make sure you guys leave a like. Maybe comment any what's it called, any question that you guys might have. I'll get to it and I'll help you guys out. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed and learned something new and had everything set up, make sure you guys leave a like to this video, and I'll see you guys in the next bootcamp for day 3. All right, guys, peace out, guys. Peace.